Hi everybody. So I jumped on that bandwagon and I got myself a folio from Hand Stitched Leather Tea on Etsy. I first saw this shop when I watched an unboxing video from HalloAlice, and I will link her video down below. She has a few about this shop and these leathers on her channel now. And when I saw her video, I thought it was such a beautiful notebook, and I just kind of brushed it off as it's going to be a leather that's not for me, because I didn't really understand quite how soft this leather was. I thought, just by initially looking at it, I thought that it was just going to be a leather like your typical vegetable tanned leather that was really just slick and really structured and like a firmer type of leather. And I don't really prefer those overly structured vegetable tanned leathers, except for Mavericks. And I prefer more oil tanned and floppier kinds of leathers. Like, I'm on that end of the spectrum. So I just didn't think too much about this shop, because the lady that runs it, her name is Tanya, and she pretty much only has this leather, and she has it in a few different colors. So I thought, well, she just doesn't offer the types of leathers that I usually go for, and that's fine. And then I saw that a lot of other people were posting photos on Instagram and videos reviewing the products that they got from this shop. And the more videos I saw, the more I started reevaluating my initial impression of this leather. And mostly it's Brittany from Carrots and Olives. She has a couple videos as well, and I'll link one down below. But as I saw her like just holding and manipulating the leather, I started getting a different impression about it. It looked a lot more floppy and supple. And so I was reconsidering, and I ended up on her Instagram handle is Mommy to a Micro, and her name is Brittany as well. And I had just like a little chat on one of her posts about Hand Stitched Leather Tea, and she basically confirmed for me that it's not like the typical vegetable tanned leathers that I'm used to, like in Chic Sparrow, like their Mr. Darcy line. She said it's not like that at all. It's really soft and pliable. So I went ahead and ordered, and I ordered on October the 15th, and it shipped on October the 18th, which is crazy fast. And the shop is in Ukraine, so I did not get it until November the 1st. I think mine got stuck in like customs or something like that, and it was totally worth the wait for me. This is a spectacular product, and when people say that this is soft, I guess I was kind of thinking maybe it was just like a little more pliable than your typical vegetable tanned leather, but it literally is soft to the touch. This is a waxed leather, but this is soft like a blanket is soft. You know, like a microfiber blanket, how it's like cozy and soft. This has that really plush texture for some reason. I don't know. I do not have any other leathers in my collection that feel this way. And so I just so appreciate how unique this is. And in this shop, I feel like she has a particular style where she has this pocket on the front, and I am so attracted to that. And I feel like you can easily recognize her products because she has this particular style and this particular leather that she always uses. And so I am completely blown away by how this feels. and it is so squishy. It's soft to the touch, very squishy in the hands, and very pliable. But with that said, it has a very, well, it has a little bit of structure. Like, it's not completely collapsing, which is really awesome. So I put my inserts in because new leather means I have to put all of my inserts in right away. So I got it in, okay, so first of all, this is standard size, and I opted to get it as a folio, so I requested the closure elastic but no strings inside. So typically this would be like a traveler's notebook, and I wanted it like this. And the pocket configuration, there's a tiny little secretarial pocket here, a large one here, and then the slit pockets in the back. And I love the shape that she cuts her secretarial pockets. I think that's so unique as well. So I just love her particular style in how she constructs her products. So this is, like I said, it's the light tobacco color, and it has almost matching stitching. It's it just looks like a really dark cream or wheat color. And this, I love the color variation in this leather. It is so beautiful, and I'm assuming she does some extra distressing on the edges, and I love how she does this distressing. I feel like that's pretty unique as well. I don't really see any other companies thus far that have this particular darkening just right at the edges that kind of just make the leather look really kind of full. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it just kind of looks like really full and rounded. And I find that really appealing as well. But the leather does come with some inherent marks and variations, and I can kind of feel these. It's like a little bit of a wrinkle, I suppose. But I love that. I love this. And I chose this color. This is the lightest color. And I chose it because I felt like, or I got the impression that it actually showed the most variation in the color. So this is lovely. And part of the thing that I look for when I get a product from a new to me company is I like to find where this stitching is cut and burned to melt it down and seal it. And try as I might, I could not find where she had sealed her stitching. And then I was exploring in the pockets, and as I was digging through them, I found where she sealed her stitching. And it's the neatest thing because she actually does it underneath the straight pockets. So that is incredibly clever, and that is such attention to detail. You know, that is such precise work and gives such a clean look to her overall product. And I just so appreciate that. That's something that none of my other traveler's notebooks or folios have, and something that I think is very unique to her products and her shop. And the other thing that is incredibly clever about the way she makes her products is that her edges, they're all the same thickness except for the spine. So at the spine, it's the single layer of leather, and then the rest of it all the way around is only 2 layers thick. And that's crazy because this section right here is 4 layers thick of leather. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 for this pocket, but it's still only 2 layers thick. And the way she does that is I don't know where you could see it. Yeah, right here. So you could see she slices the leather and trims it down in some way. You know, it's like all hidden underneath there so that there is only 2 layers. So you can kind of see right there where she's kind of sliced it and just hidden underneath all of the pockets, all of the layers, and just made it so that the edge of it is all the same thickness. And that's another thing that is new to me. I don't have any other notebooks that are like that. You know, if there are 4 layers to the leather, you can see the 4 layers on the edge. So, you know, it will start thinner here and then be thicker over here. And I never had a problem with that. I mean, I still don't, but I just appreciate that her design is so unique and so specific. She just has such great design features in this. And, you know, that's just amazing to me. So the other thing is the elastic that I have here. This is the more springier kind of elastic, just FYI. I don't mind that at all. And the leather is so lightweight. Like, it is like a feather. Even with all of this leather, you know, with the 4 layers on this side and you know, like 3 layers over here, it is so lightweight. It's extremely pliable, but very, very lightweight. And so I think this would be so perfect on the go. In fact, I needed an A6 size folio to keep in my purse for my on-the-go journal for next year. And I was waiting to get this so that I could just form my opinion about it and see if it was, you know, just a shop I wanted to buy from again and a leather that I would want in an additional folio. So once I got this, it was pretty much, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and place another order. So I did. And I ordered it in the A6 size, and I'm just thinking it's going to be perfect because it's going to have the pocket here where I can store my pens, and it's going to have the closure elastic, which will be perfect because I want to have a closure for when I have it in my bag, because with it being tossed around and me tossing around other things in my bag, I don't want it to flop open and, you know, damage my pages at all. And typically when I have a folio, like this one is from Meadowgate Leather on Etsy, I like to have it very, very simple and classic and straightforward. And for a design like this, I just don't prefer to have a closure elastic on it. Just as a personal preference and my own personal taste, I just feel like that takes away from the simplicity of this design. But for hand-stitched leather tee, because she has the pocket here, there's something about having this line here, and then having a closure elastic here. There's something about just having these parallel lines that is really attractive to me. I don't even know how to really explain that, but I just like it. Like, I think this looks a bit naked. And then having the closure elastic on it just seems to complete the look for me. So anyway, that's another reason why I ordered the A6, because I just love the aesthetic of her products. And since I don't like having the closures on something extra simple like this, I think it'll work well for what I'm planning to do with it. So I hope that made sense. But anyway, I did get the A6 size in the mahogany color because I wanted to try out a different color from her, something a little bit darker. And Brittany from Carrots and Olives has the mahogany. And I thought, based on, you know, looking at hers in her videos, that even though it was darker, I could still make out a lot of the color variation and the darker distressing along the edges. And I really, really love that quality about her leather. So I decided to try the darker one and see if it's still as dynamic as this light tobacco one is. So I will share that when I receive it, and I'm so excited about it. And I just could not recommend this shop enough. She has outrageously low prices. I paid $52.66 for this, and that's it. She does not have shipping. It says free shipping on all of her listings. And I'm kind of baffled that she makes a profit at all, because this is just such a bargain price for work like this and for leather like this. So I'm just really blown away. So if you're looking for a more budget-friendly option, I would definitely recommend her shop. And she's overseas, so usually I'm just so accustomed to paying 13 to, I don't know, 15 extra dollars just for shipping costs. So this is just such an amazing option. And this particular one, before I forget, she closed her shop for just a little bit, and she reopened on October the 30th. And I ordered this prior to her shop taking a break. And when she reopened the shop, I could not find a listing for this. The listing that she has for this size, for this standard, Midori size or traveler's notebook size, you can only get it with the strings. So if this is something you're looking for, then you might have to request a custom order, or maybe she'll, add listings down the road and put this one back on. But I don't know many people that would want, a traveler's notebook size without the strings in it. I'm just weird that way. And in any case, what the notebook that I'm planning on putting in here is a Stalogy. I finally have one. I feel like a few people have been like, have you tried the Stalogies, or why don't you have one? And I really don't know. So I finally got one, and obviously I'm going to have this cut down. I'm a fan of getting my notebooks cut down. This is a Midori MD, and I had it cut down to fit in a standard size, which is the fate of this one. I just have to go to FedEx and have them do it. But I do believe this is going to reside in here. And I will have a video at some point just explaining my thoughts on how I'm going to use each of the folios that I have for 2019. But I think that's going to go in there, and it's going to be lovely. And look at that. I can't wait. So anyway, let me know if you have been enticed to check out her shop and get some products from her. If you have some already, please share. I would love to know, especially if you have any of the other colors, because I've really only seen this color in light tobacco and mahogany. I've only ever seen people with those. So I'd be interested to know about the other colors that she has and how they look, or if they feel any different, if you can compare that way. But yeah, share your thoughts. I'd love to know. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you all again soon. Bye.